won't really get into that one in this video. If you guys want to know more about that, maybe comment down below. Oh, come on, dude. There we go. Before the video begins, comment down below which sniper rifle you think is going to be the highest, because it won't be the one you commented. I bet that right now. I'm not betting any money, but please subscribe and enjoy the video. So hello gamers, and welcome back to another video. Now, fast fire rate guns are the most fun in Phantom Forces. At least in my opinion, personally, I really like them. So today I thought I would do a compilation of the highest fire rate guns in every single category. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. Smash that like. Let's go for 1,000 likes. Oh, dude, that's cringe. Anyway, for assault rifle, we actually have not the M231, but the G11. G11 is a burst rifle, and I won't be going over like semi-auto guns, but this is a 3-shot burst, so kind of got to put it in there, you know? It has 2,100 RPM. It is one of the highest fire rate guns in this game, higher than any auto gun, but of course it isn't an auto gun, so it doesn't really matter for that ranking. This can actually one-shot in close range, one-shot headshot, all ranges. This is because of the 3-shot burst, but also the fact that every single shot on that burst does land in the same spot if you're not moving your cursor, so you can actually land stuff like that, whereas you could probably hear I was hitting 3 hit markers in a row, and you're able to 2-shot people with 2 of the bursts, and it's basically like firing one like really long bullet that's going to be split up into like 3 different segments. It's kind of interesting. And it can one-shot headshot all ranges, but it's also really good for close range because of the fact that it has a pretty fast bursting speed and can kill with 3 shots to the body in close range, which gives it one of the fastest time to kills in the entire game. Next up, we have the AK-12BR, which only has a fire rate of 700. If you put it on burst, you get 1,000 RPM burst. It gets about like 40% more recoil with this, because basically you get an extra 300 RPM from 700 to 1,000, so about like 35%, but also you get 15% added recoil along with the RPM, so you're getting like 15% plus 35%, which is going to increase your recoil by a significant amount. But it's really not that bad, because AK-12BR is really not too bad in terms of recoil, especially with a good setup. Like, it's pretty accurate. Before, it was a lot better with this because it used to not have that 15% added recoil and burst, but now it's a little bit more balance because of that, because it used to be so broken. AK-12BR burst was like my main battle rifle for a little bit, but they ended up nerfing the burst and basically like removing it. Like, you could use the burst, but it had like a massive delay on it, so you couldn't really do this. Now you can just click it really quick and get really high rate of fire and destroy people. Honestly, it might still be too good, but it does have only 20 rounds, really fast rate of fire, a bit of recoil to it, and a pretty bad reload time, but I'm not gonna lie, it's really good. It has its downsides, but it's really good for what it can do. It can 2-shot to the head to about 100 studs, 3-shot body to like 110, has 1,000 RPM, so it has crazy TTK, you know, beating out most SMGs in terms of TTK, and it's able to hold that up like 4 times the range that a lot of PWs can, so it's really good. Yeah, reloading is kind of an issue, and that's about it. Like, you can land a kill without running out of bullets, and you're not too bad. And also, spray control can be really helpful with this as well, because it is a burst, so you can just like stop clicking and then you stop shooting, which is a lot better than a lot of automatic guns. Definitely a very fun gun. Next up, we have PDW, and it's not actually the Chris Vector, it's the Tommy gun with 1919 conversion. Honestly, this is a very interesting gun because it's kind of a direct upgrade and it's kind of a direct downgrade to the gun at the same time. It over doubles your fire rate from 725, which is not too bad fire rate, up to 1,500, which is really high fire rate, of course, higher than anything so far for an automatic, making it the highest fire rate automatic gun in the entire game. Higher than the Vector, the M231, MAC-10, anything like that. It's higher than all of those. Not just that, it also does a lot more damage than those faster firing guns. For example, the Vector does 34 to 16. That's pretty good. This does 37 to 19. So this is doing like about 3 more damage at all ranges. It has double the maximum damage range, so it's going to hold up damage a lot better as well. It can 2-shot headshot with 1,500 fire rate, which actually allows it to kill in 0.04 seconds. And the thing is, you don't even get like worse statistics at all outside of recoil. You have the same size magazine as default, same reload time, everything like that. So this is technically a direct upgrade, but the issue is the recoil, but most importantly, how quickly you dump magazines with this, because it dumps its magazine in less than a second, you know? That's really not good at all. It dumps its mag in like 0.6 seconds, which isn't very long. But if you can look at what you're aiming at in that 0.06 seconds, then you're good. The recoil is, of course, going to make it annoying for like medium range, and also you can put it on semi-auto, but like don't, you know, it does 19 min. It's really not going to be effective on semi-auto at all. In fact, I would recommend you just never actually fight anyone past like medium range, because it's really just not even worth your ammo. You get a lot of reserve ammo though, and the reload time is 2.1 seconds. It's just a really good gun. If you have the gun, keep in mind 1919 is extremely expensive. It's like $5,000 with the gun. You could already have the gun unlocked, not be able to afford this ever, because it's 3,550 kills, which is a lot. So it's going to be a very expensive attachment, very fun overall. But next up, we have the LMG category, and I didn't realize, but they changed how the sight goes on this gun. doesn't go where I thought it would go. It doesn't really go far up on the gun at all. I don't like that, actually. I didn't realize they did that. I kind of liked when it was like smaller on the gun, but maybe that's just me. I'm not sure. Anyways, the MG3, you probably know what it is. It is the buzzsaw, you know? It fires extremely quickly, 1000 rate of fire, but does insane damage in close range. If you kind of think about it, it's more or less like an AK-12BR, but it's automatic, and it gets 50 rounds. But worse handling, worse reload time, maybe worse recoil, but about the same, to be honest. Like, the recoil, it's not bad at all. It goes up, but you can just pull it down and it's good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you're running a full setup, the recoil on this gun is like extremely easy to control. I think they should kind of nerf the recoil, but basically it's a fast firing, high damage gun. It does fall off like a little bit harder over range than the AK-12BR, but it's only down to 23, which is not bad. And yeah, I do feel like the recoil might be better, and you do get a massive magazine. This gun used to be way better and then got way worse, and now it's really good. It used to have like amazing stats and way better recoil. Then they nerfed the ranges, recoil, velocity, pen, and across the board nerf essentially. And it was like still an alright gun, but just the reload time is really what made it kind of trash. And then they buffed how fast it would reload, and then it became extremely strong and a lot more fun to use. I used to kinda use this gun. I would use it during double XP because of the amount of suppressions it used to get. It used to have like an 8-second reload, and now it's down to like a 6-second reload, which really helps it to actually feel like a fun gun. It was alright still, but reload time just made it really not amazing to use. Like, it's 5.6 seconds. It used to be like 7.2 or 8.2 or something. Now it's way more manageable. And versus other LMGs, it's not too bad. Like 4.7 on the MG36, M60's 8 seconds. High capacity ones, especially the belt fed ones like the HK21 is 7.2. That used to be what the MG3 was, and now it's a 6.4. No, it's a 5.6, my bad. Next up, we have DMR, and for this one, of course, we're going to be giving it to the VSS. The Beowulf TCR 556 used to be higher, but now it's the VSS, and also I probably wouldn't have used that because it's semi-auto, and highest RPM for semi-auto on like primary weapons is kind of boring. But yeah, we have the VSS 762 for the default ammo, but 762 is definitely better if you're running this gun on auto. I'm not gonna lie, the auto on the VSS is pretty bad now. They nerfed the damage, but it's really not that big of a problem if you're running it on semi-auto because it has crazy torso multi. It can't two-shot all ranges anymore, but the recoil is really good on semi-auto, and then it gets insane recoil in automatic. Like, auto is basically unusable. I do not recommend the auto basically ever on that, but of course 762 has really good recoil, great damage, great fire rate. If you've seen it before, if you have, you know it's just a great conversion. It's a little bit too good, I'm not gonna lie. Like a mix between a battle rifle and an assault rifle. It does really good damage, has good range, but only has 20 rounds and doesn't fire super quickly, but it does fire quite a bit faster than most of the battle rifles you would see. It's got somewhat similar damage to actually the AK-12BR and fires as quickly as the AK-12BR does in automatic, but of course this one has better recoil and a faster reload, which is definitely something that a lot of people are going to prefer, is the reload time, because the AK-12BR, it doesn't have a great reload time at all, you know? Then we have Sniper, and comment down below which one you think it's going to be, because I don't think it's going to be the one you think. If you guessed the SVU, you would be wrong. If you guessed the M107, you'd be wrong. If you guessed the Steyr Scout, you'd be wrong. The WAD-2K is also wrong. The highest fire rate sniper rifle is actually the M1903 because it has a 540 RPM conversion that a lot of people forget about, but it's actually not a bad conversion if you're running a more recoil control centered setup, not the maximum handling setup. This is the Peterson device. It has alright damage, kind of big fall off, but really low recoil, 40 rounds, 2-shot headshot to 100 studs, 3-shot to 100 studs, and if you can tap fire this gun with a good setup, it is accurate and it does really good damage, and it feels like a really massive extended magazine DMR. But of course the recoil kind of sucks if you're running like a generic sniper rifle setup, and if you guys didn't know, most sniper rifle setups, if you want to be good, is just maximum handling, maximum walk speed, minimum recoil control, because it's a bolt action rifle. Recoil does not matter. I'd be running like green lasers, stubby grip. That's goofy. You get better torso multiplier with that. That's funny. You get a torso multi of 1.02. I don't know if that's worth a full video, but if somebody wants to make a full video on that, you might guess, but please credit me if you got it from this video. But yeah, this is it with a recoil reduction setup. As you can see, it is accurate. It has 540 RPM, which is not bad. Semi-auto, which is kind of annoying, but great ranges for like the damage it does in close range. Not great damage over range. It's really good in medium ranges, and it's pretty good in long range because it is a 5-shot kill. Even though it's a 5-shot, it's still really accurate. In close range, you can get a 3 or a 2-shot, 200 studs, which is really good. I think this actually might need a bit of a buff because no one uses it. I would give it more min-range. That's it. Just give it like a 225 stud min-range. Right now, it has 100 to 150 ranges, which is kind of goofy. It goes from 36 down to 20 really quickly in 50 studs, which doesn't feel right for a sniper rifle DMR conversion, you know? Max range is really good, so up to 100 studs, it's very good. After 100, it starts dropping its damage so quickly that at medium ranges, it's just going to be like surprisingly weak. Maybe give it like an 80 stud max range and then like a 225 min range, so that way it has like more time to really like feel like it's dropping off. Highest RPM shotgun is of course the E-gun with the default ammo, not home defense or crowd control. It used to be with home defense setup because home defense used to increase your fire rate in terms of bursting. Now it doesn't do that. Now it actually increases your damage but lowers your fire rate. It keeps it in good burst, and then you can run crowd control if you want the auto. But even if this wasn't a burst, even if it didn't have the burst configuration for it, 1200 would still be the highest fire rate shotgun, which is kind of funny because, you know, it's 1200 and then it goes up to 3000. Other than this, what do you got? DBV 410 is gone, so what, like 450 is the highest other than this, which is crazy. I don't really recommend this with default ammo. Crowd control or the home defense setup is really what makes it great, you know? This gun has a lot of fall off over range, but really high fire rate, and can have actually really good damage in close range as well. It can be a 3-shot kill, which is actually really good. Let's try this guy's setup. That's not too bad. Got like angled grip, blue laser. Seems actually accurate. Whatever he's got, it's actually good. We have secondaries, and for the first one, we actually have the AF-2011, which I don't really want to shoot too much because kind of loud. But yeah, it does have technically infinite, technically like 2 billion RPM or something. Very funny gun, not that great, except I think they actually kind of buffed it to make it insane, but I won't really get into that one in this video. If you guys want to know more about that, maybe comment down below. Oh, come on, dude. There we go. Machine pistol is obviously going to the Tech 9. It's basically like the M1919, but trash. You know, it's really bad. Terrible damage, terrible fall off over range. And for revolvers, we have either the Rex or the Mateba. Both of them have 600 RPM, which is, honestly, it kind of feels higher RPM than like the 1000 RPM guns. But you kind of expect in your brain for this to actually fire kind of slow. But then it fires pretty quick, you know? Not insanely fast, but yeah, it's a pretty good gun overall. I hate the awful garbage that is the iron sights on this gun, but if you run a delta sight, you know, a coyote, a mini sight, a DDHB reflex, any of those red dot sights, you can actually go off with this gun. Honestly, even like a Z point will turn this from a gun that sucks into a gun that's pretty good. Ooh, that was beautiful. Come on, I can't even see it. Now stuff for others, of course, we have the sawed off, and I just realized that the Stevens DB is also a shotgun, but I guess I was saving that spot because I didn't want to talk about both the sawed off and the Stevens, okay? Bit of an oopsie on my part, but yeah, same thing as the AF-2011 where it fires both shots at once. That was like a really nice jump. It didn't kill anyone because this gun sucks. Sawed-off has been buffed so many times, and it is in a better spot, but it'll never be like the best gun of all time because it has a burst, and you have to kind of use the burst to actually get really good damage. You could use the semi, but like, who uses semi-auto on a burst shotgun, you know? It's a super shotgun doom. Anyways, gamers, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're new, come on, kill. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Oh, come on, dude, you stole my kill. That would have been great. Wait for it. The game ended. Come on, dude. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Have a nice day.